Hello, welcome to my video. Before you start watching, I will ask you to subscribe to the channel, as more than 99% of people watch videos without a subscription. In a small town nestled amidst rolling hills, Daniel Galbraith and Carolina Clifford lived separate lives, unaware of the extraordinary connection that would soon bring them together. Daniel Galbraith was a kind-hearted and compassionate young man in his early 30s. With an easy smile and a quick wit, he found joy in making others laugh. His intelligence and empathy made him a favorite among friends and colleagues alike. Daniel worked as a teacher at the local high school, where his students admired his enthusiasm for learning. Carolina Clifford, on the other hand, was a vibrant and independent woman in her late 20s. Blessed with an artistic soul, Carolina possessed a talent for painting that allowed her emotions to flow onto the canvas. Her free-spirited nature led her to embrace every moment, exploring the world around her with curiosity and wonder. The paths of Daniel and Carolina crossed serendipitously at a local art exhibition. Drawn to Carolina's captivating paintings, Daniel struck up a conversation, sharing his fascination with her artistic vision. They spent hours immersed in discussions about art, life, and their dreams. A spark ignited between them, a connection that felt like fate. As they parted ways that evening, promising to meet again, Daniel couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. Little did he know that their journey was about to take an unforeseen twist, one that would test the strength of their budding love. Days turned into weeks, and Daniel and Carolina's connection blossomed. They explored the town together, their laughter echoing through the streets as they discovered hidden gems and shared intimate conversations. It was during one of these explorations that fate intervened once more. While rummaging through old family photographs in his attic, Daniel stumbled upon a weathered album filled with memories. As he leafed through its pages, a particular photograph caught his eye. It depicted his father, Daniel Clark, standing arm in arm with a much younger woman who bore a striking resemblance to Carolina. Confusion etched across his face. Daniel's heart skipped a beat. Intrigued and bewildered, he rushed to share the photograph with Carolina. They met at a cozy cafe, their usual spot, and Daniel slid the picture across the table. Carolina's eyes widened as she studied the image, a mix of surprise and curiosity flickering in her gaze. "Carolina, look at this," Daniel began, his voice laced with anticipation. "That's my father in the picture, and the woman next to him. She looks like you." Carolina's hand trembled slightly as she held the photograph. Her mind raced, searching for answers. "Daniel, I don't understand. How can this be?" Daniel's eyes searched hers, his voice filled with a mix of concern and excitement. "We need to find out the truth, Carolina. There must be a reason behind this connection. It's like our lives were intertwined long before we ever met." The discovery cast a shadow over their blossoming romance, stirring a whirlwind of questions and emotions. Both Daniel and Carolina knew that unraveling the mystery behind the photograph would be the key to understanding their shared history and the impact it could have on their future together. Driven by a shared determination to uncover the truth, Daniel and Carolina embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries of their intertwined past. Their journey led them to the doorstep of Daniel's mother, who held the key to the secret that lay hidden in the depths of their family history. In the warmth of Daniel's childhood home, they sat with his mother, Carol, their hearts pounding with anticipation. Carol's eyes brimmed with tears as she gazed at the photograph that had resurfaced after all these years. With a trembling voice, she began to share the long-held secret that would forever change their lives. "Daniel, Carolina, the woman in that photograph is Doris Arthurs," Carol revealed, her voice filled with a mix of remorse and vulnerability. "She was my dearest friend and your grandmother, Carolina." Carolina's breath caught in her throat, and Daniel's eyes widened in astonishment. The room filled with a heavy silence as the weight of the revelation settled upon them. "I had an affair with Carolina's grandfather," Carol continued, her voice barely above a whisper. "A forbidden love that consumed us both. But the consequences were too great, and we had to keep it hidden. Doris and I, we made a pact to protect our families from the pain and shame that would follow if the truth ever surfaced." Emotions swirled within the room, the air thick with a mix of betrayal, forgiveness, and the indescribable complexity of human connections. Carolina struggled to comprehend the depth of the secrets that had shaped her existence, while Daniel grappled with the revelation of his father's hidden past. As the truth unfurled, it became clear that their love had transcended the boundaries of time and circumstance. In the face of this shared history, Daniel and Carolina found solace in each other's arms, understanding that their love could triumph over the shadows of the past. Together, they embraced the complexity of their intertwined destinies, knowing that forgiveness and acceptance would be their compasses moving forward. Their journey was far from over, but armed with the truth, they embarked on a path of healing, eager to seek forgiveness and forge their own destiny, untethered by the sins of their predecessors. Armed with the truth that had both shaken and united them, Daniel and Carolina embarked on a mission to seek forgiveness from Doris Arthurs, the 80-year-old grandmother who held the answers to their intertwined past. They knew that their journey would be met with a mixture of apprehension, fear, and perhaps even rejection, but they remained steadfast in their pursuit of healing and understanding. They traveled to the quiet countryside where Doris resided, her home a haven of memories and secrets. As they approached the quaint cottage, their hearts raced with anticipation, unsure of what awaited them inside. With a deep breath, Daniel and Carolina knocked on the weathered door, their hands clasped tightly together. Doris Arthurs, a woman adorned with wisdom etched on her face, greeted them with a curious smile. The years had been kind to her, and her eyes sparkled with a mixture of surprise and recognition as she glanced at the young couple standing before her. "Daniel, Carolina," she whispered, her voice filled with a bittersweet resonance. "I've been waiting for this day to come." Tears welled in Carolina's eyes as she spoke, her voice filled with remorse. "Grandmother, we are here seeking your forgiveness for the sins of our parents. We carry their legacy, but we also carry a love that transcends their mistakes. Can you find it in your heart to forgive us, to guide us towards redemption?" Doris's gaze softened, her weathered hands reaching out to cradle Carolina's face. "My dear child, forgiveness is a balm for the soul, and redemption lies in the hands of those who seek it. You have come to me with open hearts, bearing the weight of the past while also embracing the possibilities of the future. How could I deny you the chance to heal?" Embraced by Doris's forgiveness and love, Daniel and Carolina felt a newfound sense of liberation and hope. They spent hours by her side, listening to her stories and soaking in the wisdom of a life filled with both joy and sorrow. Doris became a beacon of guidance, teaching them the power of forgiveness and the resilience of the human spirit. In the midst of their shared journey, Daniel and Carolina discovered that their connection ran deeper than the sins of their parents. It was a connection rooted in their own choices, in their ability to rise above the shadows of the past and create a future built on love, understanding, and acceptance. With Doris by their side, Daniel and Carolina found the strength to face their families, to confront the tangled web of emotions that had ensnared them for far too long. Together, they would strive to mend the broken bonds and rewrite their shared history, forging a new legacy built on forgiveness and the extraordinary power of love. Armed with newfound strength and guided by Doris's wisdom, Daniel and Carolina returned to their respective families, ready to confront the past and rebuild the fractured bonds that had haunted them for so long. Daniel's heart raced as he stood in front of his father, Daniel Clark, who had been oblivious to the secrets that had unraveled. With a mix of trepidation and determination, Daniel took a deep breath and spoke his truth. "Father, I have discovered the hidden past that connects our families," Daniel began, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "I have learned about the affair you had with Carolina's grandmother, Doris. The consequences of that love affair have shaped our lives in ways we never imagined." Daniel Clark's eyes widened in disbelief, the weight of his past crashing down upon him. His voice trembled as he tried to find the words to respond, but his silence spoke volumes. Carolina, too, stood before her own parents, her heart heavy with the weight of their shared secret. With tears streaming down her cheeks, she pleaded for their understanding and forgiveness. "Mama, Papa, I have discovered the truth about my origins," Carolina confessed, her voice cracking with vulnerability. "The bond between our families goes beyond what we could have ever imagined. We cannot change the past, but we can choose to heal and move forward together." Her parents exchanged glances, their faces a mix of sorrow and regret. Slowly, they embraced their daughter, a beacon of forgiveness and redemption in their midst. In the midst of the turmoil, Daniel and Carolina found solace in their love for one another. Together, they became pillars of strength for their families, facilitating the healing process and encouraging the restoration of broken relationships. Days turned into weeks, and as the wounds of the past began to mend, new bonds formed. Daniel's father, burdened by guilt, reached out to Doris Arthurs, seeking her forgiveness. The two elders, united by the shared pain of the past, found solace in each other's company, their hearts opening to forgiveness and reconciliation. Through it all, Daniel and Carolina stood as beacons of love and forgiveness, their relationship serving as a testament to the power of redemption. As they looked towards the future, hand in hand, they knew that their journey was far from over, but armed with forgiveness and a newfound appreciation for the resilience of the human spirit, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead together. With the wounds of the past beginning to heal, Daniel and Carolina embarked on a shared path, determined to build a future that honored their intertwined history and celebrated their love. They became advocates for forgiveness and reconciliation, sharing their story with others who carried the weight of secrets and betrayals. Through speaking engagements and community outreach, they sought to inspire others to confront their pasts, embrace forgiveness, and find solace in the healing power of love. Daniel continued to teach, but his approach to education took on a new dimension. He incorporated lessons of empathy, forgiveness, and understanding into his curriculum, shaping the minds and hearts of his students. His classroom became a safe space where young minds learned the value of compassion and the importance of acknowledging one's own mistakes. Carolina's artistic talents flourished in the wake of their journey. She used her paintings to convey the profound emotions of forgiveness and redemption, captivating audiences with her evocative brushstrokes. Her artwork became a powerful medium for healing, touching the souls of those who beheld her creations. Together, Daniel and Carolina embraced life's joys and challenges, cherishing each moment they shared. They traveled the world, immersing themselves in different cultures and finding inspiration in the beauty of diversity. Their love remained a steadfast force, anchoring them through the trials of life. As the years passed, Daniel and Carolina became the pillars of strength for their families. Bridging the gaps that had once divided them, they hosted gatherings, fostering a sense of unity and belonging, reminding their loved ones that forgiveness and second chances were gifts to be cherished. Through it all, Doris Arthurs remained a guiding light, her presence a constant reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. Her bond with Daniel and Carolina grew stronger as she witnessed the fruits of her forgiveness and the legacy she had helped create. The story of Daniel and Carolina served as a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and redemption. Their journey of betrayal and discovery had transformed their lives, leaving an indelible mark on their souls. With hearts filled with gratitude, they continued to walk their shared path, forever grateful for the extraordinary connection that had brought them together. As the years unfolded, the legacy of forgiveness and redemption woven by Daniel and Carolina continued to spread its roots, reaching beyond their immediate circles and touching the lives of many. Their story became an inspiration, chronicled in books and documentaries that highlighted the transformative power of forgiveness. Daniel and Carolina shared their experiences on various platforms, spreading a message of healing and encouraging others to embrace forgiveness as a path towards personal growth and collective harmony. Through their advocacy work, they formed connections with individuals who had been burdened by their own secrets and betrayals. Together, they created support networks, providing a safe space for sharing stories, seeking guidance, and offering support to those on the journey of forgiveness. In their community, the ripple effect of forgiveness became palpable. Families mended broken relationships, neighbors reconciled old grievances, and wounds of the past began to heal. The town itself transformed into a beacon of compassion and understanding, fueled by the inspiration drawn from Daniel and Carolina's journey. Their impact extended far beyond their local community. Requests poured in from different corners of the world, inviting them to share their story in conferences and gatherings. They became global ambassadors of forgiveness, carrying their message to diverse cultures and backgrounds, transcending language and borders. But amidst their tireless work, Daniel and Carolina remained rooted in their love for one another. Their shared experiences, their commitment to healing, and their unwavering support for each other strengthened the bond that had brought them together. They understood that their love was not only a source of personal happiness, but also a testament to the transformative power of forgiveness. As they reached their golden years, Daniel and Carolina continued to radiate joy and gratitude. Their love had stood the test of time, weathering the storms of the past and emerging stronger than ever. Their legacy was not just one of forgiveness, but also a testament to the enduring power of love that could conquer even the darkest shadows. Partners in life and partners in forgiveness, Daniel and Carolina left an indelible mark on the world, forever etching their names in the annals of humanity's capacity for redemption. Their story, a beautiful tapestry of love and forgiveness, would continue to inspire generations to come, reminding them that no betrayal was too great to be healed, and no love too deep to be rekindled. In the twilight of their lives, Daniel and Carolina found solace in the beauty of their shared journey. Surrounded by loved ones, they reflected on the tapestry of love they had woven throughout the years. Their love had blossomed from the ashes of betrayal, transforming their lives and the lives of those they touched. They had transcended the boundaries of time and circumstance, choosing forgiveness and understanding over bitterness and resentment. As they sat hand in hand, their hearts filled with a deep sense of gratitude, they gazed at the legacy they had created. A legacy of love, forgiveness, and redemption. Their children and grandchildren, now adults with families of their own, carried the torch of compassion and understanding, passing it down through the generations. Daniel and Carolina's love story had become a timeless tale, one whispered in the ears of young lovers, inspiring them to embrace the transformative power of forgiveness. Their names had become synonymous with resilience, reminding the world that true strength lay not in holding on to grudges, but in the ability to let go and heal. As they closed their eyes for the final time, their souls intertwined, their journey came to a peaceful end. Their love had transcended the boundaries of earthly existence, leaving an eternal imprint on the hearts and souls of those who had been touched by their remarkable story. The 80-year-old grandmother who had once been laughed at in the ward had left behind a legacy that could never be erased. Through the pain and secrets of their past, Daniel and Carolina have forged a love that defied all odds, proving that even in the darkest of times, love could illuminate the path to redemption. And as their spirits soared beyond the realms of this world, they left behind a world forever changed, a world where forgiveness reigned, where secrets were confronted, and where love triumphed over all.